Okay, it's recording. Mishaps ahoy on my part. Get that fucking cursor away from that button. Okay, look, recap on what was lost. Well, basically, where we just left off was Oki-san became Omnich's mother. Mother became for the really embarrassing thing about the whole, we want the best for you. Who's your lady friend?
You need to live up to your potential, sweetie. Don't you pull that card at me. Quit. You're clearly spending your money on gems for these floozies that you're hanging out with.
He's playing this.
You're breaking your mother's heart. You can walk over my grave.
He pulled.
Yeah,
he pulled from the deck of many. Got the gems card. Now basically has 50,000 worth in gems, which fell on his head. Now in the bag of many. Bag of holding.
Yeah. And also, I set fire to my Oko-san mother.
That's a good thing to do to your mother.
It's not actually my mother, so he doesn't feel bad.
I'm trying to kill your mother. I only gave birth to you. I only laid you as an egg, and oy vey, that wasn't an easy thing to do.
Hey, passing you took 24 hours.
Hey, get out. Omnis, your Jewish roots are showing.
We would like to note that JKLantern does not have a Jewish mother. However, his mother is from New Jersey. So, yeah.
Frankly, Lantern, by all accounts, your mother is more Jewish than mine.
We're going to hell.
See, right now I like to think there's just like a lit candle. There's just one flame on top of the illusion's head. Still going.
Don't you talk to me like that, young man.
Okay, Mom. He's just gonna kind of grab his mother, Oko-san, and just kind of lead her towards the door.
The Oko mom.
The Oko mom.
The Oko mom breasts boobily.
That is a sentence.
Make it a contested roll if you wish to resist, Lantern.
Okay, contested strength roll, right?
Yep. Oh no.
Okay. So, that is a natural 20, which makes it a 25.
I'm not even going to attempt to roll against that.
Don't you tug on me, young man. I have many important things to say to you about your life choices. Oh God.
Frost is just going around to the tables, just kind of going, so how is everything tonight? Everything good? Yes, okay. And just goes.
You couldn't have chosen a higher end restaurant to work in. You're breaking my heart here.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do my last ditch effort. I'm gonna pull out my Rapier of the Desert Winds and wind strike Oko Mom. You have to succeed on a DC 15 strength saving throw.
It's at this point, as you move to stab Okomom, your hand is grabbed. I say, young sir, this is very gentleman behaviour.
Raised you to be a gentleman.
You are not my mother. You are my roommate masquerading as my mother.
You're breaking your mother's heart. The Oko mom just falls over, feet twitching in the air. Twitch. Twitch. Twitch.
Jeremy Horatio Winchester, Shana, and imagine Ominous is backing away. The other two are just peering over. Mum, are you alright?
We have my son here who's trying to kill me by breaking his mother's heart.
Again, not my mother. My roommate somehow disguised as my mother.
Shift, you feel a tap on your shoulder, looking over. You see Ramsey is expressing passive, and he just points to the back of the kitchen, just saying, "It's time for that part of the inspection."
Oh joy.
Okay,
Okay.
the part where I was planning on having Okasan pop out, but this was funnier.
Yeah.
Well, if you will follow me, we can head to back of kitchen.
You you lead Ramsey into the back, just as you see in your face and Whoopi having a slap fight going on. While the cooks are just walking around them. It's all very much business as usual, as much as it can be for a first day.
I kind of walk over and do the next to the slap fighting pair.
The slap fighting pair pause for a moment, look at you, look back at each other, look at you, look back at each other, and start to slap fight again.
Break it up!
There's a groan of disappointment as the two just back off and get back to work. And it's just business per usual. And see what you notice a few things about the dishes that are being prepared. Some of you are familiar with, some you've seen the menu, but you didn't actually know what it was. It was being prepared, and some of it is case of it. Gathering case of looks. Some of this looks very multicultural from other cultures, possibly from other worlds. And a quick inquiry about this small brown thing, you learn that's a Yorkshire pudding.
Takes entire cast iron skillet for that, huh? Fair enough.
Then someone passes by with a basically what is a frying pan with a large flat Yorkshire pudding with sausages being cooked into it.
People eat this. Huh.
You go there, go it's out in the hole. It's in the book.
Calling them people is a bit of a stretch.
Toad in the hole. And dare I ask how this got that name?
The worker just shrugs.
Carry on. Why couldn't they have sent me the menu a little earlier so I could at least have time to go, what the hell is everything?
Because you're asleep well and they expect you to know anything and everything in a drop's notice.
So while Ramsey's back here, I'm just going to kind of lurk around and see how all the chefs are doing. Chefs and the cooks.
They're managing, they're abusing the waiting staff per usual. Meals have been prepared. Ramsey takes a peek in the endless pantry, raises an eye at it, notes something down.
I'm not stopping him. He can look at that all he wants. It was a surprise to me too.
You almost notice a look of jealousy in his eyes. Master Sifros here, Ramsey begins. Would there be anything of a special menu? Or is everything on the menu everything you offer?
It is first night. Right now, the menu is what we offer. However, considering this is first night, our menu has not been completely set in stone, as we will have to adapt to the clientele this place brings up. So if you have special requests, we will see what we can do about fulfilling it and potentially adding it to menu.
Noted, noted. Professional inquiry. So we've been hearing about the sleep bills for a while now. Is actually seen a menu for the first time. Notice some of the dishes. The names are different, but they're specialties of other cultures. Even not a few from other worlds.
The Sleepwell. The Sleepwells are a very well-traveled family. We have been around many, many different parts of, many different worlds at this point, and we have mostly pooled our knowledge into one big communal menu, so to speak. So we have access to many different types of cultures, many different types of dishes. And in general, we try to develop menus based on what the local clientele is likely to enjoy. But we do like to offer for some variety to give them some new things to try. And we feel that introducing them to new cultures from around worlds and around, other worlds is exactly how to best introduce cultural diversity.
Ramsey just nods.
Yeah,
Interesting.
like you hadn't heard that speech multiple times.
You also note on his other hand, the hand he's especially holding on the clipboard, you notice he seems to be moving his fingers as in saying 5, 7, 8.
I'm not going to ask. Because that is a surefire way to look desperate.
And so he ends up with, I'm gonna punch you in the snores. I haven't heard that one before.
3. Anyway.
We return to the scene out on the floor. Jeremy Horatio Winchester is now trying to put out and console Oka Mama. Oka Mom. Oka Mama. No.
Oko Mumsy.
Oko Mommy.
Mama-san.
And Agnes is actively trying to throw Okasan out of a window.
Sure, just get rid of your poor mother! What, you couldn't find it?
I like to imagine it's going about as well as when you see a cartoon character sitting there trying to push someone, but that someone isn't moving at all, and the cartoon character is giving it everything they've got. But it's just like the person standing there doesn't even notice, and they just continue on with their rant.
You couldn't find an attic to cram your poor mother in? You're probably
This
gonna
is-
just stick me up there and feed me cat food after I raised you.
So now
The
is
silent. Does silent image make people silent?
no.
No, it just
No.
makes a little hologram.
It makes an image that is silent.
You know what? I'm gonna do probably the worst possible option.
You gotta try.
Hey, Mom, you want a drink?
Are you trying to get your poor mother drunk so you can go out and get into trouble? You naughty
No.
child!
It's a health drink. I would never do something like that to you. Blink, blink, blink. Omnis is going to walk over to the bar and grab Snorri's brew.
You grab the tongs, then you grab Snorri's brew.
Yeah, I grab the tongs, I grab Snorri's brew, I bring it over to Okomom.
You're giving Snorri's brew to someone that's hopped up on the water of life.
Yes. If Okasan explodes, he explodes.
And what do you call
Neat trick, and
this
he can only do
then?
it once.
I call this monster energy.
Fuck's sake.
It gives you the energy of a monster.
Oh, now you're calling me a monster, are you?
No, Mom. It just gives you the strength of one. Go on. Drink up.
Yeah, you're breaking your poor mother's heart and gulp.
How much?
It's down. It all in one.
Okay,
Right.
I was going to say a constitution with disadvantage, but no, you gotta fail every fucking test.
I have a really high constitution save.
It's Snorri's brew, you don't get a choice.
22.
You needed a 40.
What's the what said?
Let's see what happens.
You've played Quest for Glory 1, right?
I have not actually. It's on our LP to-do list.
Okay, Smoke.
Go with the Dragon's Breath when you get a chance. You'll get an equivalent effect.
Smoke begins to pour out your ears and beak. You feel... The feeling is indescribable. Everything you know, everything you will know, it's in pales in this moment. You are alive and you are feeling every last iota of it. And it screams.
Guy, we only live once. You want to go and have a good time?
Somehow, this effect also ties in to your genie gifted magical abilities. And with the hiccup, you disappear.
Oh, thank God. Omnis takes out his lucky coin, gives it a kiss. Thank you, gods.
Now, when you said disappear, do you mean as in just turned invisible? Or do you mean gone to another plane or something?
You're not seeing Okasan until the next session. There's some forces that should never meet.
The water of life plus Snorri's brew can function in place of a planeswalker spark.
Only if you don't die first.
Yeah.
Okasan may have lost all his taste buds.
He had those?
I was about to say.
Hold on, I need to do a quick little. Do birds have taste buds?
They do, but they function differently than human. And that's actually how chili peppers essentially evolved. They evolved to be consumed by birds and not mammals. Capsaicin has no effect on birds. It causes pain to mammally things. So yeah.
They don't like tannins. Ah, well.
That I think that's evolved because ethanol is kind of poisonous to them,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of rotting fruit produces tannins.
Yep.
Bird talk aside, Omnis is going to turn to Shenna and Mr. Colonel General, whatever his name is,
Jeremy Horatio Winchester. The
Mr.
17th.
Winchester.
The 17th. You had the 17th if you want to be formal.
Yeah. And be like, sorry about that. That was actually my roommate, transformed into my mother, who I then fed a now empty smoking can. And I don't know where he went. We'll find him eventually. This is my life, apparently.
Oh, I could do something horrible here. Bit of a...
I recommend doing it.
Okay. If you were saying doing it, it's at this point, Okasan's head now pops out of your bag of holding. And he's had...
Clarification.
Yes?
Okasan's head or Okomom's head?
Okasan's. This is a past version of Okasan. Our future, we'll decide later. And in his beak is the copy of a deeper purple.
Omnius,
You!
Omnius grabs
Troublemaking
Okasan.
squatter who keeps taking up space in Okasan's cage.
Omnius just
You're
shoves
leaving this in the
Okasan's head
cage.
back into the bag. Just shove, close, lock.
How many
You
words?
can't lock those.
It's also, you have about 5 minutes of air in there.
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah, like the bag of holding can keep Okasan in place.
Okasan Kool-Aid Mans his way out of the bag.
Oh no. I'm going into the... where do you go when you, like, rip a bag of holding?
Well, when you rip a bag of holding, nowhere.
The contents just falls
But
out.
everything goes out into the astral plane. Everything the bag was holding.
All right. Okasan, don't do that.
I'm kicking open the front of it and bursting out with the book. You keep leading this terrible book. This book isn't even that good. Okasan has written better books than this.
Omnis is gonna take it out of Okasan's mouth and shove it back into the bag of holding.
The book is a disgrace and desecration on the image of Lord Puddy.
This is no book fit for a pudding, fit for a man.
What a world, what a world.
And everyone in the restaurant has seen it now.
Shana
What a world.
looks at
What
you.
a world.
Looks at the book. Looks at you. Slaps you hard enough to spin you 180 180, and then storms off back to the podium to get back to work.
Hold on. I'm going to roll something for my own satisfaction.
Okay.
Yep. Omnius is now unconscious on the floor. That's session number 3 in a row that has Omnius been passed out in.
How's the floor taste?
Like sand.
And peanut shells.
Can birds eat peanuts? I feel like birds should
Yep.
be able to eat peanuts.
Yeah, they're a nut.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
They're legumes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna legume.
Jeremy Horatio Winchester picks up the fallen Onimus, sets him up in a empty chair by the wall, just pats him on the head, and just goes back to his table and calls one of the waiting staff over to pay for his bill. He's done all he can. And we basically just limited things down to Tifos now. So, yeah, you're giving Ramsey basically a full tour of the place, of all the facilities, checking to see everything's all clean and whatnot. Returning to the main floor, you see Onimus unconscious, sat against the wall, basically tongue out. Yeah, I imagine.
I would ask, but I do not have time. However, we do need all hands on deck. Can someone get me some smelling salts?
He starts this point in your face, arrives with something that should be smelling salt.
Fair enough. Start waving it under Omnius's nose.
Omnius's eyes shoot open.
They also start to water.
Shifras, how long are our breaks?
This is food service, no break.
Tonight, if you have time, you can sit down for a minute.
Very weak thumbs up before he collapses again.
Okay, I think he is out of commission for the rest of night.
He probably has a concussion from being knocked unconscious for the 3rd time in about a month.
Walk it off.
You wimp.
He has an 11 in strength. I don't think he can.
That's still above average.
It's still also a +0.
I mean, it's still an above average score.
True.
Okay, so is Ramsey going? Did Ramsey just go back to his table?
Ramsey has gone back to his table. He's put the clipboard away into a bag he was carrying. Just finish up his paying the server what he's owing for the meal he ordered. He then gets up, walks by you. My report will be reviewed by the end of the week. And he's off.
Have a good night.
And see you, Master Sifos.
And now back to floating around the tables and every now and then checking on Omnius to see if he started foaming at the mouth or anything from his concussion. If that's the case, we need to get you out of the public into a more isolated area.
He needs urgent medical attention.
On this dust ball, good luck.
Just give him to the cannibal gnomes. He'll be fine.
That's either a gnome or a goblin. That's either whoopee or in your face.
Give him to both of them. See what'll happen.
Okay, they take you upstairs, and well, the last time anyone sees you for the day, they're poking you with forks.
Do not actually eat him.
Chicken tenders.
He owes a lot of people money.
You kill him, you buy him.
You kill him, you take on his debt.
This is how this point the two scream. They'll face gnome, they'll face gnolls, they'll face each other, they'll face purple worms, but they won't face the taxman. It's also, by this point, it's whatever was going on between Tim and the Duchess has come to an end. Tim has left, but he's been replaced by two others. Names come to you when you see them, Chifos, in case of the night hag was the Duchess. You now see the two others being the Countess and the Baroness. Baba Yaga's sisters.
Oh no.
They're now ordering what shall be the best items on the menu.
Of course they are.
They recognize you when they see you.
Of course they do.
They give you a full toothsome smile and ask, "Ooh, could they have a cup of tea? You made such a lovely cup of tea last time."
Let me see what we've got. Scurries back to kitchen. And oh dear God, why are they here?
You find a can of Old Grey.
Well, we do have the endless market for food back there, so I would assume I have whatever I need to make whatever it is they want. Get started making their tea. This is one order I don't want to get messed up. I'm going to do it myself.
So yeah, the tea comes out nice. You deliver it to them and eat, take a turn, sipping. Again, they smile at you and compliment you on how well the tea has come out.
I'm glad you enjoy it. Will there be anything else?
Oh no, dearie. Won't be anything for now. We're just visiting our sister here there and to check out this new restaurant. We may come back later though.
Very well. Let one of the wait staff know if you need anything.
But for what we'll see, we'll be sure to recommend it to our friends.
That would be much appreciated. Internally, he's screaming. Quickly flitters off to go check on other tables and basically just make sure everybody's having it. Everybody's expectations are being met.
While you pausing for a moment, Shania has slipped away from the door for a moment to Slip you a shot glass of something strong to settle your nerves.
This is not the time for that.
She just smokes and goes back to her post.
I take a sniff and try to figure out exactly what she just handed me.
Basically the equivalent to whiskey.
Eh. I'm going to set it aside behind the bar, because there may come a time when I need it.
Mm. I'm gonna scoot ahead here because yeah, I was already running on fumes to begin with, but it's morning comes. Is that people have come and gone? You were served numerous airship crews, locals working the night shift. The three hag sisters have come and gone, and all seems to have gone well. Then we skip ahead. Basically the equivalent time to get from Starakis to Sandwich. So you can.
Also, don't forget everybody had their rounds of drinks at the end of the night.
Oh yeah, everyone had their rounds of drinks.
Except for Omnius, because you should not drink while you have a concussion.
Everyone has their drinks. It's a. We went out. Cheers! Some guy called Dorm turns up. Turns up to joining things. You get a feeling he's going to become a regular. And now we skip ahead a few weeks to when the Smols get back to Sandwich, back to the guild, back to their own beds. You basically covered a few days at the Hooters to get the thing up and running. You someone arrived to basically take over to run the place. You basically hit your bed, and eventually you do get the news that the place passed with flying colours. The food was good. The staff friendly and helpful. The place was in good condition, and hygiene standards were good, especially considering the location. They were able to handle the supernatural encounters that turned up unexpectedly with good grace and style. So, yeah.
Also, I did make sure to warn the new manager about the smoking purple cask over there in the corner.
Yeah, somehow you discovered that, yeah, they had more than one casket of Snowy's special brew.
And after I get a good night's sleep back at home, I'm going to go talk to Snark about finding that cask there, and we might want to address the potential someone's managing to get a hold of this stuff somehow.
In the middle of this meeting, Stark is looking in utter horror that anyone would dare steal the stuff.
We're going to need a silver wire, a floating orb, a radio beacon.
I don't think we have the experienced divers that can handle that. You think anyone can handle exposure to that stuff?
There's a grate above the table you're sitting at, and it pops open, and Okasan sticks his head out of. Amazingly sober and unaware of where he has been for the past few weeks.
Where did I go? Were there gnomes? Am I a mother now? Okasan is very confused.
No, you're not a mother, Oko-san.
Don't you talk to your mother that way.
It's now
I'm
because
going-
you gave him the goddamn stories brew. That's going to be a permanent part of his personality now, isn't it?
Please?
You locked that personality into part of his brain when you merged the two brews. You goddamn it!
Ah,
You are breaking Okasan's heart, you are.
And now you
boy.
have to room with. Now you room together with your mother.
Oh no, I'm Howard Wolowitz.
And of course, you've still got the portrait of Lady Kiki up in your shared room as well.
You shouldn't have that portrait up in your room, young man.
That still has the Lord Puddy little tag under it. Young man, I will not have you ogling floozies like that.
Important
You
question.
are not
How
allowed to
old-
ogle our god, young man.
How old is Oko-san?
Yes.
We've never actually determined that.
It-
There's a chance the Omnis might just straight up be older than Oko-san.
There was time travel. There was time travel involved.
There's a lot of time travel involved.
It's the elder.
Lord Palmerston, young man.
And it's a bit early, but I think it's time to bring this to a close.
What a session.
All I can say is, Shifros, you get a letter from your father at some point because he is amazed that you did an amazing job and well, he's gonna keep an eye on things. It's more the fact he's surprised at the job you did.
I mean, considering Shifrost is mostly a failure in his eyes.
Mm.
Yeah, that tracks.
So, enough of this enjoyable train wreck. So, until next time, be good, be well. I've been the Raven. That has been Sirot.
Remember, always put the sign up to avoid liability.
That has been your mother, Lantern.
You're breaking my heart out there.
And that is regretting your life choices, Yeozwah.
I regret nothing. Omnius regrets everything.
Later, folks.
Later.
Take care, everyone.
See ya.